Alex Pereira speaks on Israel Adesanya rematch, UFC 287. Alex Pereira and Israel Adesanya's rematch is right around the corner, and the tension between these guys is out the roof. Alex Pereira was recently seen on the Joe Rogan podcast talking about his rematch with Israel Adesanya, and it's actually crazy to hear what he has to say. Pereira recently took Israel Adesanya's champion title belt away from him, and he doesn't plan on giving it back. Alex Pereira has most definitely shown his dominance in the division and recently has been the face of the UFC. The hype built around this rematch is real, and it won't be long before we see how things play out once these two guys step foot into the octagon. All I know is, according to this new Joe Rogan podcast clip, Alex Pereira has a lot to say about Adesanya and how he plans on ending his career. Obviously, the beef between Israel Adesanya and Alex Pereira is real. These guys have a long history with each other, and it's crazy to see what it's come to. During their last match, Pereira defeated Adesanya for the third time in his life, but the first time in the UFC, which won Pereira the middleweight champion title. It's crazy to see Israel Adesanya lose after defending his champion title so many times. It's like he's cursed by Alex Pereira, but Izzy plans on breaking that curse at UFC 287. These guys will be standing face-to-face in that octagon, challenging each other for the champion title belt, and the hype built around this match is out the roof. This match has been spoken about by so many greats in the industry, but I'd say that the best reaction yet came from the one and only Joe Rogan. Joe had a lot to say about Pereira and Adesanya's rematch, and you'll be shocked to hear it. Obviously, the first match was crazy, and most would agree that Adesanya almost had him at the end of the second round. Truthfully, Alex Pereira was most definitely saved by the bell, but at the end of the day, he won the match and deserves it. But now it's time for the rematch, and Israel Adesanya has big plans of getting his champion title belt back. Personally, I'm leaning more towards Izzy's side for this rematch, but it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. Alex Pereira recently spoke out on this rematch, and it is interesting to hear what he has to say. There's obviously so much to get into with all that's going on in the UFC, but today we'll mainly be sticking to Alex Pereira speaks on Israel Adesanya rematch, because his reaction has the UFC media shook. Like I said, there's a lot to get into today, so be sure to stick around and watch this video until the end as we get into things one detail at a time. Trust me when I say you won't want to miss a thing. Thanks for stopping by today and visiting us at Warrior Report. We post daily UFC updates and news that you really should know about if you're a fan. For more content like this, be sure to subscribe to our channel, leave a like, and comment keyword UFC 287 to enter a chance at winning our brand new iPhone giveaway. One lucky viewer is picked at the end of each month. Now, let's jump into this video and take a closer look at Alex Pereira speaks on Israel Adesanya rematch. Alex Pereira was born on July 26, 1987 in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Growing up, he was a fan of action movies and wanted to be a martial artist like his heroes on the screen. He began training in Muay Thai when he was 14 years old in his hometown and later moved to Amsterdam, Netherlands to pursue his passion for the sport. He went on to establish himself as one of the best kickboxers in the world, winning multiple titles and accolades, including the Glory World Middleweight Championship and the ONE Super Series Light Heavyweight World Champion. Israel Adesanya was born on July 22nd in 1989. His family moved to New Zealand when he was 10 years old, and he started training in martial arts when he was 18. Initially, he was interested in boxing, but later switched to kickboxing and Muay Thai. He had an impressive amateur career in kickboxing, with 32 wins out of 37 matches, and turned professional in 2015. He quickly rose through the ranks and became one of the most dominant guys in the UFC, winning the middleweight championship in 2019. As for their relationship, Alex and Israel have a professional rivalry in martial arts. They have fought 3 times, with Alex winning twice and Izzy winning once. Their first match took place in 2017 and Alex won by knockout in the second round. Their second match occurred in 2019 with Israel Adesanya winning by TKO in the third round. Despite their rivalry, Alex and Israel have shown mutual respect for each other and their abilities. But after their most recent UFC match, things have been different between them. For Alex Pereira to come into Israel Adesanya's territory and take his belt was a huge deal, and now the rematch for this champion title is right around the corner. Alex is putting his title on the line and Izzy's looking to regain that belt. It won't be long before we find out how this whole thing plays out, and it'll most definitely be interesting to see.